I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. Welcome to Grandpa's World. Oh, there we are. It's time for another episode of These Two Idiots.
Right, man. I can't get enough of that theme song, man. It's, I sing that song. I sing it when I'm taking a crap. I created this theme to avoid copyright.
I should probably get you to play some guitar and we'll put some guitar to it.
Yeah, dude. Just totally create, up it up a little bit. It's a classic song, dude. It's it's a lot better than you think, man.
Maybe I can put it on iTunes and sell it for 99 cents.
Well, start small, sell it for a quarter, see how it goes. It might be, you never know, it might be the next shower shit song, dude. Like people just get it stuck in their head and they got to sing it in the bathroom,
Yeah.
So what's going on in Grandpa's world, man?
I've been thinking of bringing back something from our generation. I've been thinking about bringing back the chain letter. You know what I mean? If I could get about, I don't know, just maybe 100,000 people to send me $1, I'd be fine. You know what I mean?
Just $1. I mean, I guess, in today's world, the GoFundMe is the chain letter of this generation, man. But everybody's getting kind of burnt out on GoFundMes. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't,
Well, see, with the GoFundMe thing, it just seems like, well, for one, with the GoFundMe, you're leaving a big paper trail. You know what I mean? And then I-9s get thrown around. But if I do a chain letter and people just send me cash at a post office,
Uncle Sam can't get you, man. And these the people these days, they probably don't remember the chain letter, so you could probably get away with doing it, man. Like they wouldn't be the wiser, man.
Bring back the people running things now don't know how things were back then. They go forget about it. They, people. Yeah. His mic's cracking. We can't figure it out, so we'll just have to.
Who's that? Who chimed in?
Ken.
Oh, what's up, Ken? Well, do you want me to try to log out and log back in and see if that works?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. You could try. I don't know if it will or not. Then I'll, Mr.
Yeah, hold on. Just kind of bullshit, and I'll see what I can do here. All right. Oh!
What a crazy bastard. But thank you. My Floyd is pink. Glad you're here again. I do not think that my theme song there will ever be a hit anywhere. Okay, he's back. Let's see.
I'm back, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I didn't change any settings or anything.
Yeah, it's still doing it. It just does. It didn't do it on Sunday, so I guess it just doesn't like me.
Yeah, or something. I mean, is it super bad? Can we still talk and everything?
I can hear you. You're just a little crackly. I don't know if it's an audio setting on your because see the other guys use the other one. I use Evu. Yeah, so I don't know. It might be a setting in Evu. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. You want me to try to mess with it here, or you want to keep going?
Because Ken's saying maybe it's where the cord and the microphone meet, but I think it's just something going on with the Evu because they use what's the one they use again? I forgot the name of it. StreamYard, yeah, and we use Evu, so.
Yeah, because I don't have any cords hooked up to this. I'm going straight through my phone.
Probably is the aliens.
Probably, God damn it.
They ruin everything.
God damn it.
Because when you look at your screen, do you have an option for settings?
Doesn't look like it.
There's no little gear.
Turning on the mic and off. Audio. Auto.
Yeah. Do you have any audio settings?
No, just well. Let's hold on. Audio settings. AI noise. Does that help?
Did you turn that one on?
Yep.
No, that didn't help. Do you have echo cancellation on?
It's on. Everything's on. Echo cancellation's on. The whole deal.
That's weird. He disappeared. Amateur hour here at Grandpa's World. He'll be back. He'll be back. Well, maybe. Maybe. I was just looking at my settings too. There he is. Let's see. Well, no picture. What did he do?
Can you hear me? The
Yeah, he's
picture's
just,
on. Can you see me at
He's
all?
one of these. He's offline. He's
What the hell?
offline. There he is.
Can you see me now?
Yep, we could see you.
Well, damn. Because I didn't make any changes. I mean, it's just with my phone, so it's the same as it was last week.
Right. Well, last week you cracked, but the time before that you didn't. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to worry about it.
All right. Well, I hope everybody can still enjoy the show and listen to what we got to say, even though I'm crackling a little bit. It's is there maybe a volume turned up too loud or something over there? Or?
Well, if you're crackling for everybody, it's got to be just on your end.
Okay. Well, like I said, there's nothing different than anything I did Sunday or the previous weeks.
Ken said no word.
Okay.
I hope everything's going good over there with Death Bitch 2, since you're on. Just wanted to.
That's right, man.
Just wanted to say I hope it's all going good. I keep plugging you every episode, every Saturday, every what's the hell's the name of my damn show? Grandpa's Playlist. You know, I'm always putting it out there for people to head over to lividmedia.org and help you out. So hopefully things are going pretty good over there.
For sure, man. For sure.
You know, when it comes to there's a couple of things when it comes to a Livid Media movie that I have to see. If it's not there, it would bug me. Lawrence has to be in the movie or it'll bug me. I mean, he's been in them all, but if he's not in it, it would probably freak me out. And then what's her name? I can't remember her name now.
Meredith?
No. Mary's going to be in them all the time. She's
a staple.
Caitlin's got to be in it for it to feel like a Living Media film. And Doug. Those three are like, you know, I'm sure one day there'll be a movie without them, but it'll be sad. Just saying.
The Living Media alumni.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Right.
I still gotta see Zombie Rage, man. It's one of the only ones I haven't seen, man. It's I think I've seen them all except Zombie Rage so far, man. I'm looking for it right now. See if we can get it.
I think Zombie Rage is one of the ones that wasn't. One of them I do recall him having an issue with getting it to stream. Like
I think this one might be it. I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, I've been able to find all the other ones except that one. And he's told me like 100 times it's on a special streaming service, and it's one that I don't have. It's like it's got a weird name, like Slink or something like that. Or he's told me a bunch of times, and I still can't find it because I'm half retarded. So
Yeah, we understand your
you
clock
don't
up.
have to agree with me, man. You
I'm
could have
just
been like,
I'm just
Murray, you're not half retarded. You're a good fella, but no, you'd be like, no, Murray, you're full retarded. Why you
I
gotta be like that?
I wouldn't say you're full, maybe 75%.
Enough to get disability, right?
Right.
I'm,
The only
I'm
part
retarded enough to get benefits.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
If Bubba wasn't there, I'd say you probably would be full blown 100%. But
Oh
Bubba
God,
keeps you.
man! Oh my God, dude! I don't know what I'm gonna do, Grandpa. I gotta throw this out there, man. My dog walker came today, right?
Okay.
And she takes Bubba for a nice long walk and gets her a pup cup and the whole bit, right? Well, today she was gone for like an hour and a half. And I thought I was losing my mind, man. So I really, man, when she passes on, I'm gonna need to either get a cat or another dog right away because I probably will go insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thought something happened to Bubba or they got into an accident or something, but nah, she was watching a bunch of other dogs and they all went to the dog park and had a good old time and everything. So, oh
Well,
wait,
here I'm gonna just say this. I'm probably gonna piss off some people, but that's okay. Go with another dog because
yeah,
cats are like bitches. I have a dog and a cat. My dog loves me. My cat hates me. My cat loves my wife. My cat loves me when I give her treats. All right. My cat loves
right,
me when I give her treats. And she likes to lay on the bed, but lay all over my wife. So cats are moody. When you really want, when your day is bad and your day is gloomy and you really want someone to just show you some love and attention, it's not a cat. A cat's gonna
yeah,
be like, it's not. I'm not feeling you today. But a dog will always love you. So I would suggest, knowing the kind of person you are, you need to go the dog route.
yeah. And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do the logistics of that. Like, with not being able to get out too much, how I'm going to orchestrate being able to get another dog. But I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll make it work. And for Ken A. Spruer out there, I found Zombie Rage. It's on Fossum.
That's the name of
And
it.
yep, I just found it. Got it queued up. I will watch Zombie Rage tonight, after this, or tomorrow, and complete my Livid Media experience. I have seen them all after this, so
It
except Return to Death Park, man. Now, do you got the DVD over there or what?
if it I have all this stuff. The if you watch the Death Park DVD that has everything before, it was a collection because when he first started, they were small little mini movies. The Death
Right?
Park series. So he put them all on DVD in one big thing, so you could see them all in like one. And
Okay.
if you watch all of his films, this is what I like about Ken's movies is that he's laid out a history and you can see him improve by leaps and bounds by each film. Now don't get me wrong,
Right.
I don't feel any of them are bad, but you can see where his improvements are. Get
Yeah.
bringing
Where you,
bringing in the drone, and I mean, and the colors pop. I love watching him just get better and better and better. And
nice.
and like back in the day on B movie, he used to run that one movie he made with his buddies out in the parking lot of the apartment complex and the martial arts. I can't remember what it was called, but I've always hoped one day he will put that short film on as the extras. So maybe Death Bitch 2, he can put it as the extras. Because I don't think he likes it as much, but people should see his beginnings, whether he thinks they're good or not, and put it on there.
Now they are on YouTube. I just typed in Living Media on YouTube, and the Death Park short films are all on here. Well, at least 4, 5, and 6 are.
Right.
Part 3 is okay. So part 2 is So there's a lot of them on here, dude.
Right. He put them in a collection. I got them on Blu-ray. Where they're all, he edited them all together so it's one long, film, and they're really good.
Do you have the new one on DVD?
Yeah.
The Return to Death Park?
Yeah.
You gotta let me see that, man. You gotta let me check it out. I mean, I got a ton of your stuff over here already, but I'd like to check that out if I could, because I'm broke, so I can't order anything right now. But
so it's Alley Action is one, and then the Pad. He needs to make those special features on Death Bitch 2, because I love them. I think they're great. Are they amateurish? Hell yeah, but they're good, and I fucking love them.
What about Exploitation, dude?
Those were good too. He should put those on as extras. Everything he did before Death Park and all that should go on there. But yeah, it's called Death Park. It's called Death Park: The Beginning. It's called Death Park.
All right, I'll check them out, because I got the whole series queued up on the old YouTube. So I will be doing a Ken Ace Brewer marathon coming up here. So now I got to admit, Grant, I got to throw this out there, dude. On the topic of tonight's discussion, V, I have to give it to you for the red hoodie, man. You're looking the part. You're looking like a. Well, what happened to you? Okay, you disappeared there. For a minute. Yeah, you phased out for a minute there. But I'm digging the aesthetic for the show. I anything red. So did I drop out for a minute?
Yeah, you dropped out, but you're back now.
Okay.
There's some information for you. Ken just sent you a link. Ken just sent you a link for the screener of Return to Death Park.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, I'll definitely be checking it out. Because I'm over here. It's either video gaming or checking out weird ass movies. So.
Yeah, he offered me the screener link, but I was like, nope. I'm gonna wait till my DVD gets here.
Yeah, you're a hardcore physical media guy, so
yeah, I was like, I want to have it in my hands. I want to have it in my hands.
Gotta feel it, gotta own it. I haven't bought a DVD since 2019. The last DVD I bought was 3 from Hell, the Devil's Rejects sequel, or House of a Thousand Corpses 3, whatever you want to call it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's I watched it a couple times, and I don't think I will ever revisit that movie, man.
No?
Yeah. It was okay. I don't really have any complaints about it, but I always prefer Devil's Rejects, man. If I'm gonna watch any of those movies, it'll be Devil's Rejects, then House of a Thousand Corpses. Then I might watch 3 from Hell. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to buy DVDs when you're buying albums all the time.
Yeah, that's my problem. Well, dude, this is going to make me sound so terrible, but I have a counselor and all that. I actually talked to my counselor about it and said, my vinyl addiction is destroying my life. Like, it's I'm to the point where I was struggling for groceries this month because I bought a stupid Prong record. So and I have no space. I have run out of space for albums. And what happens? A lady brings me over 10 more records today. It just won't end. Some of them were good, but like 5 or 6 of them were, those, 70s classical records. Yeah, you see it at Goodwill's for like 10 cents. So they're gonna quietly disappear from my home, but some of them were pretty good, but still, what this lady, like, she knows I got a total problem with this shit, so she brings me 10 more albums. Her heart's in the right place. Don't get me wrong, but I have to stop this vinyl bullshit. I have to. It's killing me, Grandpa. That's why
Well,
I can't buy Ken H. Brewer's movie, because I'm so broke from buying albums. I had to beg my parents for some soup. That's how bad it is, man.
yeah, I was going through my father-in-law's today,
Yeah.
and I think he's got every single Rolling Stone album ever made in there.
Yep. I wouldn't doubt it, because so far you loaned me about 4 Rolling Stones albums that I had never heard until you loaned them to me. But it looks like he's got most of the Pink Floyds too, doesn't he?
I have every
Or at
single.
least-
I've got all the Pink Floyd albums. Every single one of them are over there. Well, all of them. He doesn't. He has all of them up to the wall. There's no
I was
final
going to say,
Dark Side of the Moon. There's no all the originals. When it came to the final cut and onward, there are none. So it's just the original Pink Floyd albums. Because
right.
I sent you pictures today because I was going through it. I found Saucer Full of Secrets.
Yeah, it sounds full of. Oh, I thought that was obscured by clouds that you
No,
sent me, but it could have been Saucer. Yeah, I get the covers mixed up. Like, I know he had Metal, Saucer Full of Secret. If he's got Piper at the Gates of Dawn, and it's on that weird record label that they did, like it's Almond or something like that.
uh-huh.
I wish I had Pink Floyd records so I could think of what the record label was. But it's Piper at the Gates of Dawn is worth a good amount of money. Now, I think Saucer Full of Secrets was the second one, right?
Yeah, that was the first one with Gilmore.
Yeah, where it was a mix of Gilmore and Syd Barrett together, right?
Yeah,
Like, I think on Saucer Full of Secrets there is 2 or 3 Syd Barrett songs, and then after that they did Obscured by Clouds, then Adam Hart Mother, or I might have them mixed up. But yeah, that's weird. He was a heavy duty Pink Floyd, but he stopped when they started becoming huge.
Saucer Full of Secrets has seven tracks. The
Okay.
last song called Jug Band Blues, that was written by Syd Barrett. So that's the only song on here that is written by him, but he didn't perform on the album.
Yeah, that was after he started to lose his mind, and all that stuff. I heard an interesting story about him the other day. He used to take, it was like a candy, like Good and Plenty, like a licorice candy, and he would smear it all in his hair, and the stage lights would melt the candy, so his whole head looked like a big slimy mess of black licorice. Very strange man.
Yeah. And when I was going through the records, I have 2 copies of Metal, Pink
Right,
Floyd's
which is great.
2 of those. I have there's like 2. There's a bunch of doubles on the Rolling Stones. It's weird,
Right.
but I came across an Elvis album, and it's weird. The name of the album, it even says it on the spine. It's called For LP Lovers. That's the name of the album. It's really fucking weird.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one, dude.
Yeah, hold on, I'll show you. I know exactly where it's at. It take me like 10 seconds. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, that one. I wonder if it's a 70s Elvis or if it's more 50s stuff. I'm trying to keep everybody occupied about what you're looking here, Grandpa. All right. Got a whole bunch of messages coming in on my phone. Crazy stuff.
Here's my White Album.
You got an original copy. Mine's a reissue. I could never get a hold of a good copy of the White Album. I was able to get, I got 2 copies of Abbey Road. My Sgt. Pepper's a reissue. My White Album's a reissue. But all the other ones I got are originals. Yeah, that's weird, man.
Fans, the back has them in uniform.
Yeah, I don't think that's an official release because I can't recall anything called LP Lovers that I've ever heard of before. So,
and on the bottom it says electronic stereo now available. In response to public demand, an electronically reprocessed recording of these selections now available in addition to the original mono recording. It's even got it says RCA printed in the US.
It's crazy. The mono ones are what everybody wants now. It's for some reason the mono recordings sound more raw and more close to the vision that they originally had back then when they recorded it. So if you got anything mono, that's preferably like the Beatles stuff. Everybody wants Beatles mono presses because that's how they were recorded. That's how they're supposed to be heard. I don't know about like later stuff like Sgt. Pepper's and all that, but the earlier stuff through Rubber Soul and Revolver and stuff, that stuff was all recorded in mono, and that's how people want it.
See, I don't know
the Elvis stuff probably too.
There's no date on it. I'm trying to look at the pressing, but there's no date on it. So I don't know when this
collection. It's probably pretty old.
So, and the thing has a thing where the great LP catalog. It's all the else,
Yeah, all the long plays, all the LPs. Yeah.
Yeah. But
now, I do got a question about your father-in-law. Like, what did he do? I find it kind of amazing that he has such a robust collection of krautrock, like all import krautrock. That's very kind of difficult to come by. Like, I just wonder what his deal was with it. How was he getting these albums? Did he get them imported, or did a local record store have a bunch of imports that he picked up? I know you can't ask him, but it's very strange how many albums you've loaned me so far that have been really expensive German krautrock first pressings. I just wonder what the story is with it,
I don't know. I was going through it today. There's a lot more weird stuff in there and then he's got like every single Monty Python album.
Yeah, he does. I got one over here that I'm going to pop on here in a couple days.
Okay, Mr. Floyd says that RCA album of Elvis is from the 90s.
Okay, all right.
So he picked it up in the 90s. So it's nothing, it's not like just reissues. So it's not an original anything.
All right. Well, yeah, it's they did a lot of that stuff. I got one of the Sun Records recordings that was I think it was a 2010 press. That so there's so much Elvis stuff out there. It's ridiculous trying to keep up with it.
I'm thinking
ain't no way I could do it.
I'm thinking this this Beatles of his is a reprint because when I was just looking just now, I don't think they did the clear plastic sleeves.
Yeah, well, those could be misleading because later on, people started doing that on their own. Like they go out and buy a bunch of plastic sleeves. I can't fucking stand those things, man. If I get them, I usually throw them out right away. I can't stand them, dude. They bunch up in the sleeve. They don't go in right.
Yeah, like
You
this.
know, half the time when you try to put it back in or you try to take it out to play it, the thing will come out with the album and you got to try to shove it back in, and so you're playing the album and you got to leave it sitting out somewhere, so you can try to shove it back in.
But
I mean, granted, it does help with, sleeve scratches and scuff and all that stuff, but it also creates, go ahead.
It does have a poster in it.
Yeah, my reissue does. I was just going to ask you if you have a poster in it.
With the
Now,
lyrics.
if that's an original copy with the poster, that's going to be worth something because the posters, 9 out of 10 times, the posters always go. And especially if you have old Kiss records, yeah, it's the same poster that's in my reissue.
Okay, so
but if you got any old Kiss records and it's got the original stuff that was in it, like the paper gun for Love Gun and the masks that were in the solo albums and stuff like that, that shit's worth a lot of money. It's fucking crazy because all that shit disappeared so fast.
He was asking if it's in the Elvis is in stereo, and according to this, LSP 1990E is so yes, this is in stereo.
Yeah, it's definitely not. If it's a 90s, usually they're reissuing them in mono now, but in the 90s, they didn't really have a whole lot of pressing plates back then. Like they didn't have a lot of pressing plants. So they probably would have done everything in stereo because the demand wasn't there for mono at the time. Like now everybody's nerds and hipsters and vinyl heads, and they all, they want all that shit now. So,
see, what I find weird is that's a reissue of the White Album. So he must have had something happen because I have the original US releases of Abbey Road and their last album and Sgt. Pepper and Submarine and all that stuff. So I don't know why. I don't know. He must have lost it or something, or someone ripped them off.
Yeah, chances are, if you've got all the original pressings for those, it's not like he's just going to miss the White Album,
Right.
Like, he was a collector, and he probably got them right when they came out. There ain't no way he would have missed something like the White Album. Nah, that was pretty monumental,
Because all of his Stones albums are original. Hell, you got the one over there now with the zipper.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep that kind of. I played it once and then tried to tuck it away right away so nothing would happen to it. That's a pretty fantastic album too, man. It's hard to look at mixed package or whatever that is on the cover. The cucumber cover, I call it.
At least when you open it, the underwear aren't yellow stained.
Yeah, that's always a bonus. You know what I'm saying? It's always a bonus when you get away from that. So,
but he's got a lot in there. I gotta go. He's got country music in there. He's got German electronic, the kraut music. It's
really impressive.
I love. I'm never going to get rid of that original Star Wars. That's an original 1977 John Williams soundtrack that I'm you know that and it's Star Trek one. So it's like I don't care if it's worth a lot or nothing. I'm never getting rid of that because
Yeah, they were pretty cool. I played both of those. And the Star Trek one is fucking weird, man. It's like interviews with Gene Roddenberry and William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. It's a very strange record. They talk about the philosophy of Star Trek, how the show was written, how they came up with it. It's a very cool record. You should give it a spin for sure.
yeah, I'll have to do that. But now that we've gone off the rails on albums, which I kind of didn't want to do, but it came up. But now that I know you're trying to cut back, maybe I shouldn't be talking about it. But
No, it's okay, man. It's still my number one love. But I need a whole nother room in my house just to display these things, man. It's just ridiculous at this point. But we did go off the rails, man. We're 40 minutes in and we haven't even said V more than once.
So let's get into the topic at hand for this week. And yes, it is the original V and the original sequel to V, which was called V: The Final Battle. And
right.
So as you can see, I got V back here. I got V: The Final Battle right here. We're not covering the series. I don't think it was necessary. We can do it at a later date if people would like, but I didn't want to go the series route for one, because I have to rip them to get them to them, and ripping this one was a pain in the ass. So I didn't even start.
I do own that. I do own the series. I bought it right away when it came out, and I think about around 2002, but it's buried somewhere. I have no idea where it is in this house. And they only did one season, and it wasn't very good, right?
Right. And it's 897 minutes. It'll take me forever to rip it because they're 1 hour episodes, and it was the full season. There's like 20 something of these motherfuckers. There's 19
right. And I only remember bits and pieces.
But it got an ending because they knew it was going to get canceled, so they did get an ending for it. But I don't really I bought it because I'm a completionist and I love V, but the series is kind of whack.
Yeah, well, I don't see where. Like, I'm gonna have to watch the series because after watching V and the final battle, I don't really see how. Well, I guess there's a couple ways that they could come back, but they wrapped it up pretty good in the final battle. Like how it would be for them, I mean, I don't know if we're doing spoilers. Well, it's 40 some years old now, but now that's one thing that I have to say about V that I was so impressed with. You got me the copies to watch, and I watched the original and the final battle, and I have not seen them since 1983. 1983 and 1984, respectively. But I remembered 90% of the entire show. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like it had such an impact on me as a kid that I still remember the show 40 years later. And I might have seen it one other time in the past 40 years, but, it was such an event in the 80s when it came out. It was just unreal. Unreal. What do you think about it, Grandpa?
I think it was my favorite. It was my favorite I'm a big Star Wars fan. I
Me
like
too. Me too.
I'm like the biggest nut for fucking Star Wars. Like it's overkill. I'm like you like to send that gif of, Booger going nerds. When it comes to Star Wars, I fit that mold. So
I
when
I am a Star Wars nerd also. Not so much nowadays. There's too much stuff to keep up with. Like you said last night, Grogu and the Mandalorian. That got me excited because it felt like Star Wars again, but not nearly as excited as I was in 2015. And then it just died after that.
right. So
But
V
back
the me
then in 1983, hell yeah, dude. Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers, all that shit was huge. And then V comes along on TV. And, I think we were way too young to realize it was all a big allegory for fascism coming to America and stuff, and the whole, Nazi tie-in kind of, like the visitor symbols were kind of supposed to look like little swastikas and all that stuff. And,
right.
we just took it for what it was. Alien reptiles coming to Earth to try to eat us and shit.
Right. Um
So yeah, it was such a big event.
that's what I was going to say. I wanted to say it to you when I was at your house, but I didn't want to. With everything going on in the world now, who's that British guy who used to play soccer who thinks everybody's a lizard? What's his
Oh,
name?
David Icke. Yeah,
Yeah.
David Icke. Like we're overrun by lizards, and they're gonna have a fascist army come and take us over. Yeah, it's scary, man. I mean, he came out before the whole lizard thing really took off. The whole that we're all, the elites are lizard people, and who knows? Maybe the rumor started because of V, or it's been around for a long time. Who knows? But it's still pertinent today. I thought it held up really well. Even the special effects for kind of being cheesy for TV, I still think they look pretty fucking cool. And I still got excited, and I still thought the ships were cool. And it cost them $1,000 for every laser shot back then. Every time you saw a laser gun go off, it was $1,000, man. And I mean, shit, the thing is packed with explosions, gunfights, laser scenes, you know, just crazy shit. Just
Well,
crazy.
well, before we get more into it, my Floyd is Pink said that he first watched V in 2009 for the reboot, and he said he's sorry because he's a '90s kid. But I will say I tried watching it. I didn't finish it. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't for me. Only because I'm a snob and the 80s one is in my heart and I just couldn't get into it.
That's where I was too, man.
The
I
two late
saw the previews, and I think I might have saw one episode of the reboot. But I'm with you, man. The original just had such an impact on me. I couldn't get invested in the reboot. I just couldn't do it, man.
see the first one this is going to sound, a little weird, but the 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 1V I liked the two. There was two ladies in it. I can't remember. I just tried to look them up. I can't remember. One was Morena, the chick who's in the new He-Man movie.
Yeah,
She was
yeah, that's Superman 2.
Yeah, she was in the Deadpool movie. She's the one. She played the. She was Diana, I think, in the reboot. Um, I
Oh,
couldn't.
never mind. I'm thinking of somebody different.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers, but she had short hair. I don't like her in short hair. I don't like women with short hair. It's a me
I,
thing.
I'm the same way. Like I can't really judge. I mean, I look like the South Park dude, but I can't really judge. But I don't really like short hair on ladies either.
So
And
when
I thought it was weird for Diana because Diana's character was supposed to be kind of overtly feminine power, kind of seductress, she wolf of the SS kind of shit. So I didn't really see her with short hair either.
and then the other
She's
chick in
no Jane Badler. The new girl is no Jane Badler.
right,
We'll
and
put
then
it that way.
and then the other female lead for the reboot, she played Juliet in Lost. I don't know if you remember Juliet
No,
in Lost.
I've only seen one episode of Lost.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of hers. I like her too, but for some reason, it just hit me differently and hit me wrong. Like I don't know.
It hit me wrong right off the bat.
I'll admit I don't snob about a lot of things. I'm a music snob, and I try not to be a movie snob and a TV snob. But I had the snob came out for the V thing because I'm like, why are you rebooting something that's perfect? Why are you doing this? And
Yeah, why touch something that was so culturally impactful and it was just so awesome? They're just trying to get a cash grab on it. I think it's like what you said last night, Grandpa. It's like Labyrinth. Don't touch Labyrinth. You didn't need to touch V. I don't know. I could see the allure of trying to remake V in today's climate with better special effects. It hit different. Different time frame, different set of different zeitgeist. It just didn't need to be done, man, because it was pure perfection. And there was one thing the reboot was missing that the cast of the original movie. It was unreal. I think every movie in the '80s should have had the Beastmaster in it.
yeah,
Mark
well,
Singer, unreal.
well, the rich, well, the what, the what's her name? I don't remember. I'm very bad with names. So let me look here on the back and see. Faye Grant. Faye Grant. She. I remember. Like I said, I love everybody in this show, but Faye Grant.
Yeah, me too.
She did a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie. I think it was a cop. It was a movie about a cop, and she showed her boobs in it, and I about freaked out. Like, oh my god, I can't believe Faye showed her boobs.
You finally got to see them Faye boobies, man.
But do you wasn't Mark Singer in an didn't he wasn't he in a Playgirl? Didn't he pose for Playgirl?
I couldn't tell you, man. I've only seen one Playgirl in my life, and if I told you which one, it'd be like it's weird that I saw it, but I think a lot of dudes did. Crazy shit.
I've seen 2 issues of Playgirl my whole life. One was the one with Shawn Michaels in it.
Never saw it.
And the other one was Burt Reynolds.
Peter Steele.
Oh, yours was Peter Steele?
Yeah, the one with Peter Steele. And I only saw it because this girl that I knew was like obsessed with Peter Steele. So I bought it for her, and I took a look, and it's scary, dude.
Because I think I read somewhere that Mark Singer's gay or closet gay. Because back then you couldn't come out.
Right? And, oh man, I can't deal with that, Grandpa. You can't just shovel that kind of information on me nonchalantly that the Beastmaster is gay. I can't I
That's
can't process that right now.
that's
I can't process that. That does not compute. Does not compute. Just I mean I get it. I guess I can, he was an oiled up beefcake in the 80s. So
well,
there was probably a lot of that going on, but this is the first I have ever heard of Mark Singer being possibly gay.
he
You
was
never know.
he was married to a woman called an actress called Hunani Min. He married her in 1974, and he was married to her till she died in 2014.
Okay.
But there's still. I used to read articles and listen to this, that, and there were rumors that he swung both ways. I don't know. I don't care. But
Yeah,
some
I don't care. I still love the dude. Is he still with us or is he passed on?
no, he's still alive. He's still alive. I
Okay,
don't
all
think
right.
think let's look and see when the man last did something. I love I thought he was a great B actor. Let me say that. I thought he was a great B actor because
Yeah, me too.
me and you aren't going to sit here and try to insult each other's intelligence and say Mark Singer's one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. We know where he stands, with the greats and everything. But he's such a part of our childhood between V and the Beastmaster. Now we won't talk about the Beastmaster sequels. Now we don't need to do that. That doesn't need to be discussed. But I tell you, man.
Yes, he's still acting. He's in a movie called Agent Recon. He did in 2024. It's a 2.4-star film, but he was
All
Colonel
right,
Green.
well,
He was in
all
the
right,
Undertaker's. So he did one, two, three. He did three movies in 2024. So he was in 4 episodes of Beauty and the Beast on CW, 5 episodes of Arrow on CW.
okay,
So no,
well,
he does stuff here and there. He was in one episode of the reboot. He was in one episode of the reboot of V.
really,
So
I wonder what he did. Like if
he
he
was
was like
Lars
just a
Tremont.
whole.
He was
All
like
right,
Lars.
well, because I'm guessing he's still probably in pretty good shape, you know. But yeah, dude, that he was so awesome in V. Like, and
Oh,
then
the one liners he used to give were like that he would give. He was just. That's why I'm saying the guy isn't the best actor in the world, but he's a good actor because V. He sold me on V. You know what I mean? Like
right.
that was the
Well,
first
to
thing I
me,
ever
I
seen.
was sold on the Beastmaster because the Beastmaster came out in 1982, and then V came out in 1983.
But I had
So,
I saw the Beastmaster after.
oh, see, not me, man. I had cable and Beastmaster. I swear to God, they played it at least once a day because there was a point in my life where I knew every single word to the Beastmaster. I saw it so much and was so obsessed with it that I like had memorized the entire movie, man. God, I love that shit. I love Mark Singer, man.
Yeah, I saw Beastmaster after. I don't know how it slipped past me. I didn't see Beastmaster till the late 80s. I remember
Right?
I remember being in a video store and I saw it was probably maybe 86, maybe 87 and I saw the Beastmaster and I was like, "Hey, it's the dude from V." So that's why I grabbed it then. But V was the first thing I saw Mark Singer in. Almost
Right.
everybody, to be brutally honest, almost everybody in the V, that was the first time I saw him. The first time
Yeah.
Michael Ironside, the first time I ever saw Michael Ironside was V. The
You
first
know,
time
I think you're probably right about that with Michael Ironside. And it's so weird that Michael Ironside is such like a part of pop culture now, you know? It
right,
seems like he's been in everything. And dude, I made a post about this the other day, but I wanted to touch on it. I don't think there is a Michael Ironside action figure. I could only find a Funko Pop and a custom-made V figure. I could not find any other Michael Ironside action figures, and it broke my heart. Because I would like to have a little Michael Ironside in my house.
The only actor in that whole V thing that I had seen before somewhere else that I can recall is I saw Andrew Prine. He was in the original The Town That Dreaded Sundown movie.
Okay, all right.
If I'm
trying to think of. It seems, well, I think I saw that one dude that he was in the final battle. Well, I think I saw the Prime Commander, what is his name, John or Ron? I think I saw him in something. He was real big in the 70s, I think.
Yeah.
And who was that guy that played like the head of security for the V people? And he was the dude that always fought with Diana about shit. Like it always seemed like they were trying to fuck each other over all the time. Do you know who I'm talking about?
That was Andrew Prine.
Okay, all right. That's the guy that I saw in other stuff before then, because he was real familiar. But you know, the standout guy that I thought it was fucked up, and I enjoy that I had this memory, is that was the first time I saw Robert Englund. He was in this movie Forbidden Planet or Forbidden Zone or something like that Roger Corman did.
Yeah.
But so when he became Freddy Krueger in 1984, I remember saying, "Oh, that's the good guy from V." Robert Englund was always the nice guy. Like he was kind of reminded me of Steve a little bit, But yeah, Robert Englund, he was the nice kind of bumbling guy. He was Willie, I think was his name in the show.
Willie, yeah.
And then to go on to do, play a role like Willie, which they messed with him pretty bad, but to doing Freddy Krueger, one of the biggest horror icons of all time. It shows that Robert Englund's a pretty good actor, man.
Oh, yeah,
he's better than he gets credit for.
Yeah, I'm looking at Andrew Prine. He was in all sorts of stuff. He was in One Day at a Time. Yep. He was in Chips, Hawaii Five-0.
I probably saw him in Chips, because I used to watch Chips fucking religiously when I was a kid. My whole life was fucking Chips when I was a kid. My dad was happy because I was all into the motorcycles, and my dad was a biker at the time. And so what else was he in?
He was in Quincy. He was in Beretta. He was in fucking he was in Rooster Cogburn, the fucking John Wayne film.
Yeah, True Grit. Rooster Cogburn was the sequel to True Grit.
Yeah. He was in Kolchak, The Night Stalker, Cannon, Barnaby Jones, Wonder Woman, Kung Fu.
I definitely probably saw him in Wonder Woman.
Yeah, he was in a lot of stuff. So you like Chips a lot. So I won't tell everybody that you had a crush on Eric Estrada. We'll keep that to ourselves.
Poncharelli was one of my favorite characters of all time. You can appreciate this. Ponch was like the first Mexican person I saw on TV. I live in a little town in Wisconsin, and in the 70s, well, one of my first friends was a little Mexican girl named Arceli Portales. Oh, she was a sweetheart. But Ponch was the first, Mexican-American guy that I really saw on TV. And I had the toys too, man. I had the like little motorcycles with the dudes that fit on them, and I would drive them all over my living room and everything, and kick ass.
There were more before him though. Freddie Prinze was in Chico and the
Freddie
Man.
Prinze, I was gonna say, but I didn't really watch Chico and the Man. I didn't really see too much of Freddie Prinze.
And the one,
well, there was Cheech and Chong, but my parents they wouldn't let me even look at Cheech and Chong. You know what I mean?
and then you had the one Hispanic guy who was Lamont's friend on Sanford and Son.
Yup.
Yeah. My people were represented back in the day. Not like they are today, but they were back in the day.
But they were there. They were around. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love Lamont. Lamont's buddy. That was cool. But man,
but there was but everybody in V was most of them, with the exception of a few I had seen elsewhere. Faye Grant, first thing I saw her in. Like the old Jewish guy. I know he had been making movies before because I've seen.
Dude, he looks so familiar. Like I know I've seen that dude in other shit, but I can't think of anything that he was in. But he's famous. He's got such a famous face, and it was crazy, man.
Right, so you get a lot of people. I think that old Jewish guy might have been in one of the Godfather films, I think. But
that could have very well been. And I think he plays little Jewish guy in all the movies he does. He always plays the Jewish guy.
Well, that was an
Italian guy.
That was an important part of the film, though, because he was from Jewish descent. So right. they were trying to hide they were hiding those people in their home because his son was his grandson was a dick.
Yeah, dude, I fucking hated him. Like he was the guy that you were supposed to hate. And the actor did a very good job because I wanted him to die. Like every episode, I wanted him to die. But he was such a good representation on what the show was trying to say, that people will sell each other out for power and money and all that kind of stuff. And that guy, even though we fucking hated him, he did a great job at the party was playing. He killed that fucking little old lady. What a goddamn dick, man.
And see, that's the whole thing with him. I hated him so much that I hated his character in other movies too. I'm like, that fucking dick. Yeah.
I call that the Ezra Miller syndrome. I mean, everybody now hates Ezra Miller, because he is a real life creep and everything. But Ezra was in a movie, like, I think it's called Let's Talk About Kyle or something like that. And I fucking hated him so much. Like, he made me physically sick. So whenever I saw him in any other movie, I would immediately get sick. So it's the same kind of principle with this guy. Like, you hated him so much in V that he could play Jesus Christ in another movie and you'd hate him because he was a piece of shit. Classic piece of shit.
I would get so upset. I would see him in a movie and be like, "Ugh, scumbag." But I remember when
dickhead, old lady killer, piece of shit.
But when the old man's son was like, "We can't do this. We can't do this," and he gave him that speech about Nazi Germany, I was like, "Damn." He really told it. He was like, "No, we gotta protect these people."
Now the network executives wanted that whole scene cut from the movie because they thought it was too on the nose with what they were trying to say, and the director and the producer said, absolutely not. This is the core of what this show is, And this needs to be in there so people understand what we're trying to portray past, reptile aliens invading. So that was an important moment in the film.
Oh,
So,
exactly. Yeah. And then the Mexican gardener smuggled them in their truck.
right?
And
Yep.
they were trying, and then were they giving the kid the candies to get the kid to be quiet? And it was like,
right. Yep.
it's like, and it made me think of also, have the Hispanic guy was smuggling them. Like they were playing on, this was, we had coyotes even back in the 80s of people getting smuggled across the border.
Get over the border and smuggling them in. And
Yeah.
there was a lot of, analogies in there and metaphors and things
And
and a
man,
lot of subtext.
and when they caught the landscaper, man, they beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
But
Now, I got to ask you, on a side note, I talked to a friend of mine, Harvey, and I asked him if I got a V symbol tattooed on me, is that too Nazi?
well, it's not Nazi because V just there was a V for Vendetta. I mean, I don't think it would be Nazi.
No, I was talking about getting not the V symbol. I was talking about getting the little visitor symbol that they have on their lapel and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. People, I don't have a personal problem with it, but some people may interpret it wrong.
Yeah, they might not understand what it is. Like it looks like two Fs. Like it looks like an upside down F and a right side up F together. But then the more I looked at it, the more it does look like a swastika. And because I was thinking about getting it tattooed, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It'd be fucking cool though, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up to see if I can put it up to show people what it looks like. But it's not. It's like the internet's showing me the V itself, but not their.
Yeah, not the invader symbol. Yeah, it looks like two Fs. Kind of looks like do you remember that band Fear? The old punk band? It kind of looks like the Fear logo. And I think the Fear logo is meant to look like a swastika too, but it's, they were kind of an unusual punk band. That's one vinyl I would fucking kill for, dude. If I could get my hands on that record.
Which one?
Fear the record. The original Fear, the first one. They have two records. They have Fear and then Fear More Fear. And the More Fear one is okay. But the original Fear record is probably my favorite punk rock album of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Here it is.
That's off topic here, but
here it is. Downloads. Here we go. Here is the picture. And the banner is in the back. I don't know if you can see it on your phone.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, see, you think that'd be a little bit too Nazi fascist for me to get that?
A Gen Xer like me and you would look at it and go, that's the thing from V, right? But some people would be like, oh, but other people might be, oh, you're trying to be slick and hide your swastika, you Nazi. So I can see where
you're really one of them Nazi guys or whatever.
Right.
But, that's what they were trying to do, so.
That's what they were going for, because, they were like the new Nazis, Hitler had the youth, the V had the youth. That's what David did. David joined and, turned everybody in, and so.
And he was pretty much a brown shirt. Even the humans had the different color shirts and everything to, basically brown shirts and all that.
This was basically just World War II with aliens, because you had the
pretty
high.
much.
Yeah, because you had the what was the second column, which is
Yeah.
the people who were fighting the system and the underground people, and you know.
Yeah, the Valkyries, like the people that were pro humanity and everything, that were helping the humans, and yeah, they had the basically all the stormtroopers. You know, they were originally going to call the stormtroopers at one point. When they were trying to just go with the whole fascist angle before the aliens came into it. V was originally written as stormtroopers. But, you know, they thought that might be, you know, people, you know, think of Star Wars and stuff, and crazy stuff. Crazy, just a weird fact.
Now, Michael Wright, the young black guy, I always confused him with that dancer from the Madonna video, Like a Prayer. Even though I think they're not the same guy, but I used to always think, isn't that the dancer?
I could see that. I could see that. It's I don't remember seeing him in much of anything else, man.
No, he was in Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he didn't do a lot. His brother, the one who was the doctor who got killed early on, he did. I saw him in some stuff, some TV shows. He was a TV show, never the star, but always the guest star.
Right.
And
like,
of course,
kind of like, do you remember Michael Ironside's buddy? Like Michael Ironside's second in command.
yeah,
that he was in like
everything. He was even in the movie. He was even in a Hulk Hogan movie. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Beat me? What are you going to do? Beat me up? He goes, no, we're not going to do that. We're modern people. We're going to sue you. Remember the biker gang when they were going to sue him? Yeah.
Right. Because,
Yeah.
dude, that guy played a biker in every fucking movie. Like, I swear to God, every 80s movie, that guy was in it as a biker dude in every movie.
And he was a regular. And he was a regular on Home Improvement, because he was one of the guys that would come on Tool Time. But he didn't have a beard. He shaved his
would
beard.
come and hang out and just be there. Yeah. God, man, it's the character actors from our youth. There's nobody like that anymore. You know what I mean? It's like Hollywood is dead.
Like
there's
like the lead biker who ran the biker group in the Every Which Way You Can. He was in almost every Clint Eastwood movie too. He was a great character actor from those days. Yeah, we don't have character actors anymore.
No, we don't have anything like that. In fact, it seems like nobody has any personality anymore.
No.
You know, there's no, when you talk about actors like that are up for roles, like there's hardly anybody to choose from anymore. Like, what have people got these days? Timothy Chalamet?
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's most of Matthew McConaughey movies I've liked, but when you watch a Matthew McConaughey movie, it's always Matthew McConaughey. It's same. It's
always Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. Right. I mean, I gotta turn on my heat.
The last true character, and this is my opinion only, but the last true character actor from our generation, I have to give to Johnny Depp.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's, I'm getting in your face. And he's pretty long in the tooth these days now, too, man. I mean, you know, Keanu Reeves always plays Keanu Reeves pretty much. You know, I mean, John Wick was different, yeah, but it was still Keanu Reeves.
Right. It was still Keanu Reeves on that bus that Dennis Hopper was trying to blow up.
Right. Now we got Christian Bale. But I'm not going to call Christian Bale a character actor. He's a movie star.
He's like,
you know, you can't.
He's like De
I was
Niro.
just gonna say, I was gonna say De Niro for sure. Like you wouldn't call Robert, you wouldn't call De Niro a character actor. He's an actor. He's De Niro, and that's
Right.
kind of where Christian Bale is. Tom Hardy, kind of the same way. Uh, Shia LaBeouf, he's more like, well, he's gone now. I mean, I don't think Shia LaBeouf's going to be doing many more movies, but
I don't know. He can. There's still. Look, I believe there's still people out there who will buck the system. Like Mel Gibson
right?
would probably put Shia LaBeouf in a movie. Maybe somebody from
Yep.
Angel Studios would. There's still a place out there for people like Shia. I don't give a rat's ass about. See, I guess I'm a rare dying breed. I don't care about actors. Whatever comes out of their mouth outside of the film, I don't give a shit. I don't listen to it. I don't care. Just like with Gene Simmons. I listen to my Kiss albums. I watch my Kiss videos, and nothing's going to change that I love Kiss.
Right.
Do I like watching movies? Yeah, Runaway, first movie Gene Simmons ever did is fucking the tits, dude. It's one of the greatest. Gene
It's
Simmons.
fucking awesome, man. I love that movie. I saw it at the drive-in.
But at the end of the day, I don't give two shits what these actors and actresses say or these musicians say. And when somebody says, "Oh, you really like that guy?" I'll be like, "Well, I like his movies." "Oh, well, he don't like this, he don't like that." I don't fucking care. When I go to see a movie, I want to be taken to a new place. Unless I'm seeing something, if I like, if I'm going to watch a movie about a mobster, of course that's a documentary style movie. That's different. But like when when I go to see a science fiction movie, I don't care about those actors' politics. Take me to a strange new world and make me forget about the strange world I'm in. I don't care. I don't sit and watch the movie and go, that guy is a liberal or that guy is a conservative or that guy is a MAGA. I don't think about that shit. So when the movie's over, I leave the theater and I don't pay attention to anything they say afterwards. I just don't. You know why I didn't like The Little Mermaid or Snow White? It wasn't because she ran her mouth because she was a liberal. I didn't like it because I don't think there was a reason to make a live action Snow White when there's nothing wrong with the original fucking cartoon to begin with.
Right. And yeah, and that movie was nothing like the original Snow White. I have to admit that movie wasn't as bad as I thought it was because I did what you just said. I kind of tried to shut off my dislike for her and just enjoy the movie. And it wasn't as bad as they let it on to believe, to be. But, I kind of have to do the same with Rob Reiner. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like Rob Reiner is a prime cut example of I love all of Rob Reiner's work. Like Princess Bride and Spinal Tap and all that shit. But I couldn't stand Rob Reiner as a person.
See, I was going to say, that's where me and you diverge just a little bit. You'll stop watching something like you really don't like watching Stephen King shit no more because of what he's, that's where.
But, I'll still read his stuff. I mean, I'm kind of coming back to Stephen King now because of the way I feel about some other shit that he who shall not be named, because we don't need to bring his ass up in our shows. But I'm kind of coming back around to Stephen King at this point. So,
right, but like you get all these young actors, and they do their own beliefs and they have their own politics, their own beliefs, and I don't care. Like like a lot of people for the longest time, people used to shit on Robert Patterson. And I used to say, yeah, those vampire glitter movies were no good. I didn't like them. But I didn't shit all over. And then I saw him do this movie about a fucking lighthouse. And I was like, holy shit, this fucking dude can act. Did you see that movie?
What movie was that?
The one with Willem Dafoe. Did you ever see that one?
Robert Pattinson's in that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the kid who that movie was fucked up beyond belief, and I loved it. I forgot what it was called.
The Lighthouse.
Yeah, the movie was fucked up. Anything that fucking Willem Dafoe does is probably, hey, Willem
Dafoe, man.
I'll say Willem Dafoe. Someone will say, hey, there's a new Willem Dafoe movie coming out. There's a 90% chance it's fucked up. I mean, like when I saw him,
pretty much, dude.
When I saw him in The Anarchist and watched that woman bite his fucking cock till it bled, I was like, woo!
Yeah, I was the Antichrist. Yeah.
Yeah, Antichrist. So, yeah, Willem Dafoe is, and see, like Mr. Floyd, as Pink said, I thought William Patterson's fucking Batman fucking kicked ass. I liked that Batman.
I never saw it, man. I cannot make it through it. I have tried. I've tried 3 times. And I cannot finish the new Batman.
Why?
I don't know why. I fall asleep every time. Like, and you know me, I like sleep with a CPAP. To get me to like fall asleep in a chair is almost impossible. You know, like I cannot sleep without my machine. But I put on that goddamn Batman movie and I don't know why. I haven't even got far enough into the movie to really see Paul Dano's performance as the Riddler. I need to watch it, but I don't have any animosity toward Pattinson. I think he kind of got a raw deal with, doing the Twilight movies. He was just taking a role, and he kind of, little teenage girls latched onto him and shit, so...
Like,
what can you do, right?
Like here's a prime example of how weird I am, or I don't know, the kind of person I am. There's this director, producer, writer, you know him, Kevin Williamson. He did Scream. He did, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and he did, Dawson's Creek. Now I'm gonna out myself once again. I've done it with Gilmore Girls. I've done it with Buffy. I liked Dawson's Creek to a point. When the show first started, I loved it. And then it got all sappy and stupid in the middle. And then I loved how he ended it. So I like the bookends of Dawson's Creek. But I cannot stand, and I know a lot of people probably think I'm weird, I don't like the Scream movies. A lot of the 90s stuff didn't click with me. Like, I like American.
Yeah, that's a shame. Like, it's a whole decade of horror movies that just didn't click for me. I mean, I was such a child of the 80s, but there was really nothing in the 90s. I like Scream 1, but I couldn't tell you anything that happened in Scream 2, Scream 3, and I got those movies on DVD. And then like 4 or 5, I don't think I ever saw 6. I'm not going to see part 7.
But for me, it was like the movies that really I loved in the 90s wasn't the horror as much as it was. I loved the comedies. I liked American Pie. I liked what was that movie with DJ Qualls? I can't remember it. Where he, all those 90s comedies were fucking great. The one where the guy was the freshman and
God, what was the name of that movie? Are you talking about them where he's like he was a tough guy? DJ Qualls, like, didn't he go to prison or something? Or
no, it was I'm looking
at like Road Trip.
The Road Trip movies were fucking awesome. I love the Road Trip movies. Those were funny. Right. And Sex Ed or whatever. I loved all that shit. Yeah, Road Trip was fucking awesome. He was the new guy. The new guy.
That's it. Yeah.
2002, but it was still early movies from 2000s still had the 90s feel to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean,
whatever happened to DJ Qualls, man? Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. He still does stuff. He just, and my wife blew my mind. My wife blew my mind the other day when she told me this. I didn't know. But DJ Qualls was in a great movie called The Core. I know a lot of people thought The Core was shitty. Yeah, no, he's still stuff. He's
fair.
He was, he's still doing stuff. But it's what blew me away was let me find it. Let me see. Hold on. I'm looking it up.
Oh, damn.
I really love the 90s comedies. Those were like son of a bitch. Those were the coolest. But let me look them up. Hold on. Let me look this up. There's this guy from Supernatural named Ty Olson. I don't know if you I don't know if you can see. Can you see? This guy is Ty Olson. That's DJ Qualls' husband.
Wait. DJ Qualls is a guy, right?
Yeah. DJ Qualls, the nerd. Yeah,
they're married. Gay?
Yeah, they're married.
I didn't realize he was gay. All right, well.
Yeah, they're married. Yeah, it happens. But I like DJ Qualls. I mean, you can see him here.
Too, man. I mean, I didn't know he was gay. I had never heard that.
My wife showed me. My jaw dropped. I was like, "Whoa!" I didn't know that. And I don't think my Floyd is Pink knew either, because he's like, "Wow, yeah, that guy, yeah, he's married to the guy from Supernatural." But the 90s, for some reason, I will get back to V in a second. For some reason, horror in the 90s I thought sucked. They weren't all bad.
I can't even remember any good horror from the 90s. Like, I mean, we could have a whole show on that. I don't think it'd be a very long show, but I mean, you had like the Faculty and
right. The comedies from the 90s were good. The action films were good. The sci-fi stuff was good. Fucking, who doesn't love Event Horizon? That movie fucking was awesome.
That's a good one, yeah. We did have Silence of the Lambs in the 90s.
And then the music. I know a lot of the 90s music is the reason my hair metal's gone, but I do love, I'm sorry, but, fucking.
There's a lot of stuff. I had a lot of good parties, too. A lot of those one-hit wonder new metal bands.
Right.
I rock out to a lot,
Who doesn't like that song Flagpole Sitta? It was in every fucking movie and fucking
hell, I even like Limp Bizkit, man. I can revisit Limp Bizkit and not have the animosity that I had toward them back then. Now I kind of appreciate their stuff, man. The God Marilyn Manson, Marilyn Manson was the 90s for me. What God Antichrist came out, and man, I must have done 2 pounds of Colombian to that album, man. I'll tell you that. Just, I hope we're not going to get in trouble for me saying that, but Marilyn Manson was the soundtrack to some wild party days in my youth. We'll put it that way, man.
Like fucking "Steal My Sunshine" by Len. I fucking love
that was.
I love that song.
A good song.
Peaches.
Do you remember
that? Going to the country.
President.
Gonna buy me some peaches. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Sean Mullins' Lullaby. What's the Frequency, Kenneth? REM. Detachable penis from
King Missile. King Missile, yeah, that was a good one. Do you remember the New Radical?
Yeah. Yeah. Walking on Broken Glass, Annie Lennox.
Oh, God, that album, dude, if we ever did another list, like of top 10 albums in our lifetimes, that Annie Lennox album would be on there. I have listened to Diva so many times. I fucking love that album, man. That's a definitive 90s album for me. And probably that and Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, that's a 90s album too. Those are 2 of the only female singer albums that I really, really love. I'm not really into female singers that much. It's just I don't jive with the music. I like Joan Jett and Hart and all those guys. But Annie Lennox and Alanis Morissette are the only ones that I really, really enjoy. I do own a bunch. Like I got a bunch of Carpenters and Blondie and Dolly Partons and tons of country singers. But Alanis and Annie are the top two.
Yeah. Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve.
Yeah, I had that album and the album stunk.
Got You Where I Want You, The Flies. Here Comes the Hot Stepper. Here comes the Hot Stepper.
Here comes the hot stepper. Sorry.
I love, see, that's a saying. I love the 90s, except for the horror
me
movie.
too.
That was a love-hate.
Except I can't think of, well, we had Jeepers Creepers in the 90s. So we got Jeepers Creepers. That's probably the top 90s horror that I can think of. Everything else was kind of
I want to hear the answer to this one because I'm curious. My Floyd is Pink said Ozzy's best album came out in the 90s, so I want him to tell us which one that was for him. So
yeah, I'm interested.
We want to know what do you think Ozzy's best album was in the 90s?
Let us know. Just say No More Tears. I think No More Tears came out in 91, I think, or 90.
Didn't he have
Osmosis certainly did.
Yeah. How many did he have in 90s? Yeah. No More Tears was his. He said No More Tears.
Yeah, for me, No Rest for the Wicked's always going to be my favorite Ozzy album. But No More Tears is certainly good. And I can't say Osmosis is one of his best. But I think that's all he had in the 90s. I think he had No More Tears, and then he did Osmosis, and then I think he took like damn near 10 years off. Well, he did stuff with Sabbath in the 90s. I think he did that album. No, 13 was, I think that was like 2005.
Well, remember, the No More Tears tour was called the No More Tours. That's right. What Mama, I'm Coming Home was him telling her he was retiring.
Yeah, he was getting off the road. God, and he kept it up for so many years after that.
Yeah. Did you hear what Sharon said in an interview the other day? When he did that final show with Sabbath, they knew he was not going to make it. They knew he was they knew. It's like they were shocked that he actually lived long enough to do the show. They thought he was going to die before the show. That's how bad he was.
Right, and we didn't know. We had no idea. I mean, they kept it from us. And it's kind of good because Ozzy went out on top when he did that final show. He went out strong, and the world didn't see him decrepit. And I mean, he was decrepit to a point, but he was still definitely the king of metal when he went out. So you got to give it up to Ozzy.
And Kelly's having such a hard time with it. She broke off her engagement with the Slipknot dude.
Yeah, with Sid, man. I find that kind of weird because one of the last things that she did was get engaged to Sid just before the last Sabbath show. So I figured she would have stayed with them, but losing her dad, she's probably going through a lot of stuff. And, she's definitely physically doesn't look like she's doing very well. So you never know what's going on. Now, can you look this up, Grandpa? It's driving me crazy. I think the next album Ozzy did after Osmosis was Black Rain. And I don't think Black Rain came out till 2002. So I'm wondering if I'm missing a 90s album by Ozzy, or what I'm thinking here. Because I think Black Rain came out before Scream. So
Just two. No More Tears in 91 and Osmosis in 95. That was all he did in
right,
90. He did
right, and then what?
the Live and Loud came out in 93 and the
Yeah, that
Ozman
doesn't count.
right, and the Ozman Cometh in 97, which was compilation of rares and hits.
Doesn't count.
So he only had the two, Osmosis and No More Tears.
Now, what's the next one he did?
Now,
Was it Black Rain?
Perry Mason and See You on the Other Side were the big hits
Of
from
Osmosis, yeah. Yeah, but what was the next album he did after that? I want to say it was Black Rain.
I'm looking at right now for you. I do believe it was two, but I don't want to look like a fool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either, but
I already do that enough on my own. Down to Earth came after Osmosis.
yeah, it was Down to Earth, Black Rain, Scream.
Nope. Down to Earth, then Undercover, all those, and then he did Black Rain.
Holy shit, did I miss an entire Ozzy album? I don't think I've ever heard Undercover.
His first and only, it was all cover songs. That's all it was.
I wonder if that had that terrible version of Staying Alive on there.
It had Rocky Mountain Way, In My Life, Mississippi Queen, Go Now, Woman, 21st Century Schizoid Man, All the Young Dudes, For What It's Worth, Good Times, Sunshine of Your Love, Fire, Working Class Hero, and Sympathy of the Devil.
Wow, dude, that's going to be my homework. I don't think I've ever heard that album. I've heard 21st Century Schizoid Man. You know, of course, I've heard that a bunch of times. And I might have heard Mississippi Queen, but so many bands have done that song, it's kind of played out at this point. But now, God, I'm going to have to look up covers. I don't remember that ever coming out, dude, you know?
Well, My Floyd says he's a crazy Ozzy fan. He wishes he could show his tattoos and stuff.
That's cool, man. I love Ozzy, dude.
He said Staying Alive was from a DVD extra. And
okay, you got to admit, I know he's an Ozzy fan. You can't give him a free pass on that. Now,
what about his duet?
This is an urban legend.
What about
we might see? Go ahead. Sorry.
What you don't want to give him a pass on Staying Alive? I had that Prince. We have that Prince of Darkness box set that I bought my wife. What do you think? Do you give him a pass for his duet with Miss Piggy?
Oh my God! I don't think I've ever heard it, man.
No,
that would fucking be awesome, dude.
Yeah, he did a duet with Miss Piggy.
Now, have you? I've never heard it. Have you heard the urban legend? Have you heard the urban legend about Ozzy?
No.
That Ozzy recorded a full disco album in either the late 70s or mid 80s. And he only played it for a few people and they freaked out about it. And he said, it can't ever come out. I don't want people to know about it. But it's an unreleased Ozzy disco album that's in the vault somewhere that now that he's gone, we might actually get it.
We'll see.
You know,
I will play it Wednesday on my show. Ozzy Ozzy did a duet with Miss Piggy of Born to Be Wild.
Oh my God. He's the Prince of Darkness, man. Can we give him a pass? Can we give him a pass? I don't know, dude.
Hey, Alice Cooper was on the Muppet Show.
Yeah, but that was fucking awesome, dude. When I was a kid and Alice Cooper was on the Muppets, that shit was the coolest shit ever. That's how I found out who Alice Cooper was on the Muppets. I was mesmerized by that guy. I'm still mesmerized by Alice Cooper.
Well,
You're a fucking cool guy.
I got two questions for my Floyd. The first question is, did you get the stream of Back to the Beginning? And if you did, when Ozzy performed, did you cry at all? Any during his performance? I want to know if because me and my wife cried during his solo.
I got teared up. I got teared up because I knew, I knew I was witnessing history. And Ozzy, I cried when he died. I'm not going to lie, dude. When Ozzy died, I cried a bit because it felt like I lost an uncle, Like Ozzy has been such a part of my life for so long. I felt like I was related to the guy, And
I cried when he sang with Sabbath. I didn't, but when he sang by himself and he did "Mama, I'm Coming Home," and the audience was singing with him, and it was just and he started tearing up and crying, and I was like,
I was just gonna say the whole "Mama's Coming Home" thing was probably what did it, man. Just God, what a talent. We're losing all of them, man.
Well, we're
losing all of them.
You got to imagine, you're 50. What? You're 50. I'm 55. I'm going to be 55 this year. So
I'm 51.
So all the people that we used to look up to and admire growing up, they're older than us, so they're gonna die. We're gonna see We're gonna see. Me and you are gonna see Steven Spielberg die. We're gonna see George Lucas die. We're gonna see We're gonna see almost everybody from our lives just die.
All right, Harrison Ford, everybody, just, and they're not going to be part of the earth anymore. But maybe I don't want to be part of a world that doesn't have those guys in it anymore. Like, it seems so bleak. Like, there'll never be another Ozzy, man. Like, no better, because the record business, even though they're selling albums like crazy, there's not going to be any more rock stars, man. It's just not going to happen. It's just was a point in time that only our generation really got to enjoy, And it's a sad, oh, God damn it. Son of a bitch.
Well,
shit.
Mr. Floyd did say he did see the concert. He didn't cry, but he got choked up. But one of his favorite parts was seeing Tool break their own rule of not playing a show live, but they did it for Ozzy, and he thought that was cool.
Yeah. I don't know what I feel about Tool, man. I like Tool. I love Opiate and Anemia and Undertow and all that shit, but a lot of the new Tool stuff I just can't handle, man. It's too drony, and I feel like I gotta do math to like listen to them anymore. You know what I mean? Like the time signatures are so weird, but I don't want people to get mad at me because I'm not a big fan of Tool. I like Puscifer.
They're gonna crap all over you because you don't like Tool.
I know Tool fans they're a malicious bunch.
I encourage them. I encourage them to be mean to you in this instance because why not?
Okay. You're one of them. You're a Tool guy, dude. Fucking grandpa the Tool guy. That ain't cool, man. That ain't cool.
No, I'm not a fan of Tool either. I got tired of hearing about Jesus blowing his fucking whistle. It was on the radio all the fucking time. I was like, oh my God.
I was mad that they changed their sound so much. I got Opiate. I got Opiate like right when it came out in 1992 or 1993, and I friggin' loved it. I loved that album. I just played the hell out of it. And then Undertow came out, and it was slightly different, but still kind of, you could tell it was the same group. Just the stuff nowadays. A guy loaned me the new Tool record the other day, and I slapped the vinyl on, and I'm like, man, it was a chore. It was like it felt challenging to try to get through the record, and I don't mind it, but I don't necessarily want to be challenged when I listen to something,
So so is what I'm hearing is Tool did a Saint Anger on you then? What you're saying?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say it was Saint Anger because it was recorded well, and there was some good parts to it. So it wasn't atrociously bad like Saint Anger. It was just boring. Like I couldn't. Nothing was grabbing me. It just felt like the same song for an hour and a half. I couldn't. And I've been told that I'm stupid and I need to give it another chance. And I didn't give it enough attention and blah, 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 blah. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So it is what it is, man.
Mr. Floyd, my Floyd said one of the best Christmas gifts he ever got was 10,000 Days album. And then he told me, don't fucking ever say Saint Anger and Tool together again. LOL.
Yeah, well, Saint Anger's a beast in and of itself, man. Yeah, Saint Anger,
there's two albums that really irk me. There's a lot of albums that kind of rub me the wrong way, but there are two albums that irk me severely. Saint Anger and fucking Danzig's Black Acid Devil.
Yeah, because that was a pile of shit. I dug that out the other day and listened to it on vinyl. I always call it Black Acid Evil, but I've said it both ways: Black Acid Devil, Black Acid Evil, whatever it is. It's Black Acid crap. It's fucking shitty. He fired his whole band and figured he could do it all on his own, like he was Trent Reznor or some shit. And that fucking album sucked. That album sucked ass.
I remember going to the record store, saw it there. I was like, awesome. I grabbed it. I bought it. I rushed out to the car. I threw it in. And I was like, didn't even get out of the parking lot. And I was like, what the hell? Is he drunk?
Yeah, what is this? What is this crap I'm hearing? Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, Saint Anger, I thought they were joking. I thought it was a joke. Like, I'm like, oh, this can't be the real album, dude. The real album's going to come out next week. Because, man, they hyped up Saint Anger like it was the return to form. Like it was going to be Master of Puppets Part 2. Like they were back in the thrash scene, and it's, going to be the sequel to Injustice for All or some shit. And then I remember not thinking it was real. Like there was no way this could exist. But sure as shit, there it was.
I would listen to Super Collider before I would listen to Saint Anger or fucking Black Acid Devil. That's how. And Super Collider's weak, and I would still listen to that before.
Super Collider's super weak. It's funny. I just packed that away. I bought Super Collider. They had it on sale at Walmart for $16. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm a completist as well. So I had to pick it up and slapped on Super Collider and remembered how fucking janky that record was. There's a couple good songs on it, but nothing major.
My Floyd even says, I remember getting Saint Anger at Kmart and coming home. He says, remind you I'm young at the time, but I knew the shit wasn't right. He's a 90s. I don't know when you say 90s, were you born in the 80s and you were, or were you literally born in the 90s? Like, because, like, I was born in the 70s, but I'm an 80s kid in my eyes because that's when.
Yeah, that's how I classify myself too. Is the '90s were my party years. Where I moved out on my own and got my virginity card punched and all that stuff. And
Right, because
and
being a kid in the 70s was fun and all. I played with Tonka trucks, had my corduroys from Sears, and I had
yeah,
my Big Bird record player and all that, and it was fun. But I came into my own in the 80s, getting into girls and getting cars and getting into horror and all that.
heavy metal, man.
Right,
Getting into heavy metal.
So even though I was born in 71, I consider myself an 80s kid. Like my wife, she was born in 77, but I consider her a 90s kid because she didn't start, so.
Yeah, she's a youngin', man. I'm 74, man.
Right.
I'm 1974 over here.
Because, I mean, I'm not going to, I mean, I love being I have fond memories of all the shit from the 70s, but I came into my own. The person I am today started molding in the 80s. So
yeah, me too, man. Me too. God, Saint Anger.
Saint
Yeah,
Anger.
fucking. Yeah, because I was trying to think, if he was a '90s kid,
Well, he says here he was born in 94. So he said maybe I shouldn't say a 90s kid. He don't know. But he was born in 94. So
all right. So yeah, we're talking. He was born. He was born in the load era. So he doesn't. It's cool that he knows how bad Saint Anger is, that it's wrong. But for us that grew up in the Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, and Justice for All days, us old heads, how bad of a mind fuck Saint Anger was. Because load and reload, it's almost like we had to like Metallica because they were Metallica. And I don't think those movies are those albums are that great. Now, my buddy Chad, he swears by Load and Reload. He loves them both. Said he'll listen to Load before the Black Album any day. I can't do that. But yeah, so.
Well, here's the weird thing with me. Hero of the Day is like one of my favorite Metallica songs of
Good time.
But I love Hero of the Day. I'll find myself singing it in the shower sometimes. I don't like the album, but I like that song. Hero of the Day. There's just something.
I mean, I sing 2x4 and Ain't My Bitch, and so yeah, those songs had a big impact. But you'll never catch me singing any song from Saint Anger, man.
No,
Ain't not a single song on that album.
no.
Like they're all shitty. They're all fucking shitty. Even that song Frantic, the first one, which is the only like decent song on the record. That's a shitty fucking song too, man.
Yeah,
I like Death Magnetic though. I think they came back and did pretty good with Death Magnetic.
Well, when I bought Guitar Hero Metallica for my 360, that's when Death Magnetic came out because I had a code. I got a code to download Death Magnetic as DLC. I had to do something, so I got it for free. So that was so when Death Magnetic came out, that's when they had their Guitar Hero game. And I just look, if anybody's been following me all these years and watches my shows, they know I really like to shit on Lars and I like to shit on Saint Anger. I'll set the record straight here, though. I am a huge Metallica fan, and I always listen to their stuff, even that new one. And I think that new one has a lot of good stuff on it. But at the end of the day,
I don't think it's that bad. I just don't think it's that good. You know what I mean? I'll still listen to it. I still own it. I'll still play it. But, you know, like what you said with Super Collider, I'll play the new Megadeth album way before I'll play 72 Seasons.
Right.
But that doesn't mean I don't like 72 Seasons. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to lose my shit and get super excited every time a Metallica record comes out. Because even like with Saint Anger, I was at the midnight release party for Death Magnetic. Even after a blow like Saint Anger, I was still loyal to Metallica, you know?
I don't think you're going to be breaking out Risk anytime soon either, are you?
No, dude, I haven't. That or Cryptic Writings. A lot of people say Cryptic Writings is good. I really thought they lost it around that album, and Risk was just.
You don't want to listen to. You don't want to listen to Breadline. You don't want to listen to Jam Out to Breadline.
Breadline's not a bad song, but at the time, you know, people got to take that into context. At the time, you know, stuff like Megadeth was considered like dinosaur music, you know? So albums like Risk, you know, they were trying to make their own load. You know, they were trying to make their own load. They were trying to do something different, branch out a bit. And just Risk falls so flat. I can't do it, man.
But there's a song on Risk. The name escapes me right now, but there was a song on Risk that was used by WCW as Goldberg's ring entrance.
Crush 'Em.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a big WWF song for a little while.
So
crazy stuff.
So this is what I want to say something to Mr. Floyd on this. He says, so yeah, born in 94, but I always attached myself to that generational part of music and stuff. Maybe I got an old soul and that's a broken record hearing it from people my age. I want to say something about that. It's people like you that still give me hope.
Yeah, me too, man. I agree.
Anybody who was born in the 90s or the 2000s, or even somebody who was born in fucking 2010, who now are like 15 years old, when I hear them listening to something like Ozzy or something like Led Zeppelin, or they're jamming to some Rolling Stones or something, it gives me hope. Because as much as I don't shit on new music and new media, because I don't really listen to it, and I'm not going to be a bandwagon guy, like I've said on my show. Do I think Taylor Swift sucks? No, because I don't listen to her music. And from what I have heard of her, she has a beautiful voice, and the woman can fucking sing. It's just not my kind of music. But I'm not going to sit here and be a gatekeeper and say Taylor Swift sucks because I don't like her music. That's not me. But I do see the music nowadays not being, I think, I won't say the music now sucks. I'm going to say it's not going to be remembered like the old music.
There's not a lot of substance in today's music. I mean, I kind of like that. The only thing I've heard that's decent lately is that Hot and Freddie. I don't know if you know who that is. It kind of sounds like Kate Bush meets Cyndi Lauper. But it's the only thing I've heard recently that seems to have any substance to it at all. There's no good rock bands coming out anymore. You know, the only stuff people are buying is like from bands that are 50 years old, like fucking Exodus. You know, they're all like grandpas now, and that's the only thing good that's come out. But I don't know. Maybe Floyd, you know, he knows of some good bands that us old heads don't know about, you know, and he's got his finger on the pulse. God, I fucking hate wearing this shit. Ugh.
But yeah, I like when I see young people call themselves like the old soul thing, because there's nothing wrong with the stuff, in the past. That's like I say, I give everything a shot. If a new, like Greta Van Fleet, I think they're fucking awesome. And I like.
Burned out on those guys a little bit, but
I think they're awesome. I like Volbeat. So there is new music, new metal bands and rock bands that I do like. It's just for some reason when it comes to pop music, my love for pop music ended in the 90s. Once the 2000s, the pop music got too weird. I don't know. Just like rap music. Early 2000s rap music is some of it's okay, but as the 2000s went along, I lost interest in it. I just like no. And now they mumble, and I don't know what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't sound.
The only
they don't sound intelligent like they did in the 90s.
The only mumbling rap song that I like is that goofy ass one that guy did that everybody used to put to that fucking Batman. Her, 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 her. That, but
Yeah,
he was just doing something goofy on his album. So, but I like Mr. My Floyd says Ghost is the only good band going on for me. And see, I like Ghost, but you got all these you got all those metalhead gatekeepers nowadays, on pages like fucking Mofos of Metal and shit on fucking Facebook who fucking shit on Ghost every time you turn around.
Yeah, those guys can fuck off. Dude, Ghost is what got me back into music. In about 2015, I had given up on, I still listen to music, but, my love for it kind of faded a little bit. And then I heard the album Melanora, I think it is. And I was back into music. Them and 12 Foot Ninja. And dude, I think I got 4 Ghosts on vinyl. I love them. I think they're great.
I bought this for my wife because she really likes Ghost. I like them too, but I bought this for my wife.
What is it?
Papa Emeritus.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yeah, she's a really big fan of Ghost. I love them too, but she's a little bit more than me. And she saw this at Hot Topic, and I was like, okay, fuck it. So I got it for her.
Yeah, I got Skeleton, Melanora. There's another one I got. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I really dig those guys quite a bit.
And I've loved every cover they've done. Their Metallica cover, their fucking Thunderdome, Jesus Knows Me. It's like
that was a weird one.
Right.
So it's definitely a weird one.
I really like Ghost. I like their image. I like their sound. That's but you know what? I sit here and I pick on the gatekeepers of metal, but we were guilty of doing it in our day. Me and you secretly listened to Winger and then shit all over him when our friends would bring it up.
Well, I still get shit. Because I said I liked Winger, I've been getting picked on quite a bit, but well, see, that's what's weird. We used to gatekeep that shit back in the day and call people posers and shit. And now, like I said, I listen to fucking Winger more than I do Metallica these days.
See,
that's crazy.
The difference between then and now is when we were gatekeeping as a kids, it was like 10 of us, and that was it. Now it's like it's 1 million people. You go on Facebook and it's like 1 million fucking people who are gatekeeping, so it makes it look really bad. When we were just picking on our friends, and
it's definitely a different world we live in now, man.
Right. Because me and you, I don't know if you'll admit to it, I fucking will, but me and you, we had all our metalhead friends, but yet we wouldn't tell them we were listening to the Bangles Walk Like an Egyptian while we were cleaning our room. We couldn't tell them that.
Well, yeah, or George Michael and shit, and Madonna.
Right, we had to keep our...
I was picked on pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just clicked on us on YouTube. God, I look so crazy. And if people don't know, I got a condition in my neck and all that shit, but it's I'm watching us right now on TV, so you gotta love that. Gotta love that. I just switched it off because I couldn't stand looking at myself, Now I gotta tell one more V story
Well,
before we wrap it up or whatever.
Hold on one second. My Floyd said he wishes we could scroll through his Spotify. The only band I listen to is Ghost. Everything else is old school rock, metal, glam rock, and whatever. So he's like us. He's like us music wise, it seems. So
that's cool, man. That's cool.
So yeah, before we wrap it up, we should probably talk a little bit more about V because we hardly talked about it. What did you now? Okay, here's my question to you about V. From beginning to end, even though there was that break, you had the miniseries 2-parter, and then they took some time, and then they came back with the 3-part. Do you feel that it flowed well, even though they took that little break? It like they didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, I think the whole thing as a whole is awesome. The entire story, I thought it flowed good. I thought it was just great. The only part, we got to talk about the alien birth a little bit. That was
my favorite. It lives with me to this day. Like, holy shit.
It's the same with me, man. That was such a big thing back then. Like, holy shit. At school, that's all everybody would talk about. The episode, the night that episode aired, that's all everybody talked about was the birth. And like the first girl comes out normal, but then she's not normal. She's got a forked tongue. And then the Ghoulie baby came out. I was kind of sad, though, that the Ghoulie baby didn't live,
He came out on his own, too.
Yeah, he kind of crawled out.
Yeah.
And, it's back then it was so crazy. And watching it now, that was the one thing that I thought was kind of corny was the Ghoulie baby. But it was such a huge thing. Now, speaking of the alien child, the little girl that played the 6-year-old version of the alien child or whatever?
Elizabeth.
Yeah. That girl was in the movie Troll. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Rat burgers. Yeah. It's Now she was my age. Because I kind of felt kind of weird, man. Because I had a crush on her when I was a kid. And I kept thinking to myself, was I creepy for having a crush on her when I was a kid? But she was the same exact age as me, so it was okay. But yeah, she was fucking. She's another actress that disappeared. She did a bunch of stuff in the 80s and then disappeared from acting almost entirely. And it's just strange. Because she really had a future in Hollywood, but I guess, being a kid actor, she just didn't want to do it anymore. Crazy stuff.
Her name is Jenny Beck.
And yes, Jenny Beck.
Yeah, the last thing she did was 56 episodes of a show called Paradise, and it ended in 91. She was also in an episode of Roseanne, so she hasn't acted since 1991.
Yeah, and she just disappeared. And I tried to find some information about her, but there's nothing. It says nothing about her really on her or her Wikipedia. It just gives her lists of movies, and it doesn't say anything that happened to her. So I wonder she's still alive, right?
Yeah, she is. She's not. It doesn't show that she's died.
Yeah. Because, man, yeah, I wonder what happened that made her want to quit acting, because she definitely was good looking enough to get roles, and she was a good actress, so it's very strange that she disappeared like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You brought that up. That's I'll mention it here in a second. But yeah, that whole, and I love the way they ended that episode. Right there, they freeze the frame on the alien baby.
Right, like just when he's crawling out, you're like, wow, fucking A.
Yeah, like,
so you had to wait.
They knew what they were doing. They knew you were going to tune in the next night.
Yeah, dude, it was the ultimate cliffhanger. I would say the V series was as much of an event as Michael Jackson's Thriller. Because I remember when Thriller came out and everybody was talking about it, and it was the big, huge thing the next day. And It was just crazy, But
I thought V was the most spectacular thing that I had ever seen. It's like I said, I was a Star Wars fanatic, and then this thing came along, and I was like, yes, the special effects were on a smaller scale than Star Wars, and my, juvenile brain knew this, but I didn't care,
Right, I didn't care either. It was just something new. It was another new cool sci-fi thing. But now we got to talk.
And it took place here. It was here. Like Star Wars took place, I could imagine, oh, is this what it would be like if we got invaded? It was like, I really enjoyed it.
It was fucking awesome. Now we got to talk about something that we were cheated on. And one thing that I classify as one of my biggest regrets of my childhood. It all has to do with V. Now, you remember in the original episodes, they showed the kids and they had the little V toys. Like they had the figures of the little, and then you could buy they had the ships. And I waited patiently, as I think all of us did back then, for them to come out with the V toys. And they never did. With the exception, they made one V toy, and it was a 12-inch version of the Visitor. And he had a rubber head that it was the lizard body underneath. And he had a rubber head that you put over the lizard body that you could take on and off. My biggest regret as a child, I was in Indiana, and we stopped at a Toys R Us. And, I was into toys before tapes and stuff back then. So we're in Indiana, and I go into the Toys R Us. My dad said, you can pick out one toy. I'll get you a toy to play with on the rest of our trip. And I was like, oh, awesome. So we go into that Toys R Us, and there it is sitting there. Only one. And it was the V guy. And I had never seen it, and I was like, whoa, this is freaking cool. And it was a toss-up between whether or not I was going to get the V guy or Darkseid, Seed, whatever his name is, from the Super Friends. And I went and I chose Darkseid instead, because I had a bunch of the Super Friends guys, and I needed Darkseid for my collection. Darkseid, I needed him for my collection, and I did not get the V guy. And now I looked up the V guy online yesterday. They want $200 for it.
Woo, no, they can't.
And I have never seen one in real life other than that one time in that Toys R Us. The only time I ever saw it, I never saw it before, never saw it after. Just that one time, and I could have had it. I could have owned it. And I said no. Now, granted, I love that Darkseid figure, man. I liked that quite a bit. But it wasn't the V guy, we'll put it that way. What can you do, man?
Nothing you can do. There's a lot of regrets I have from my youth.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It is what it
It is.
is. But do you think what would you say is V, do you think it'll go down? Do you think it should go down as one of the most memorable things in TV history, up there with It and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I think it should go down in huge influential TV moments like Who Shot JR, V, like you said, It is another one that It, that's got to be my favorite TV movie of all time is It. But V is right up there. I mean, I'm not going to call V a TV movie. That's a miniseries. And granted, it was a miniseries too, but it was only 2 parts. Like
Right.
V was like what, 6 parts, 5 parts, something like
Yeah,
that.
5.
And but God, man, yes, I think it's at the time it was the highest rated TV show in like 2 years when it aired. And I think there's been definitely higher stuff since, but I don't think anything has had such an influence on pop culture as or an impact on pop culture. I see your face, man. All right,
Yeah,
but yeah,
it it was it that's part of the reason why I didn't like the reboot. It was they changed too much, they did this, and there was really no need to do it. I understand why they did it. I'm with you on there. Hey, let's make some money. We might be able to pull this off. We got the special effects and all the CGI now. Let's do it. But it just there's certain things.
I kind of felt the same way that I did about the Battlestar Galactica reboot. It's like and everybody says, "Oh, Battlestar Galactica was great," and blah 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 blah. I couldn't stand it because some of that cheese factor was gone. You know what I mean? And the '80s feel on where we were in that time space was gone. Like I'll watch the original Battlestar all day long. I love that fucking show. But the new ones, I got no interest. And like the new V, it popped up on YouTube, and I'm like, nah, I don't even want to give it a shot.
I have Battlestar Galactica, the movie, the original movie on DVD. Because remember, it came out first. It was a film. They showed
Right.
it. So I got the movie on DVD, and then I got the original DVD release of the original show. It's in the big Cylon head box with the big Cylon.
I got that too. I have the Cylon head box. Yep.
And then
I got that for Christmas.
On Blu-ray in there, I have the rebooted series and all the movies and stuff that went with it. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I think the Battlestar Galactica reboot was fucking awesome. So that's where me and you differ. I thought it was awesome.
Well, I never give it a chance. I can't really say if it was terrible or not. My heart wasn't in it right off the bat. Like when I saw that the Cylons looked different, their ships were different, the Colonial Vipers looked different. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. Like all the things in the show that I loved seemed to be gone. So I just never gave it a chance.
The reboot of Battlestar Galactica had me. The pilot episode. The pilot was 2 movies, 2 episodes, and those didn't grab me. I was like, eh. So I wasn't on board completely. And then when it got the green light to be a show, the very first episode I do believe was the one where it was called 15 or something, where they were getting attacked every 15 minutes, and I was hooked. So the pilot didn't work for me, but when the show started, it drew me in. So you should try again.
I'll give it a shot. I'll check it out, man. Check it out.
I'm not going to guarantee it's going to work out for you, but it did. I mean, me and my wife like science fiction, but not like as much as me and you, but she still likes it. Like she likes Stargate. She doesn't like Star Wars, but she liked Stargate. She doesn't like Babylon 5, But she's like she's very picky about her sci-fi, but she liked Battlestar Galactica. She was enthralled in the mystery. Who are the Cylons? And so even my wife liked
Yeah,
it. So
like who's the creepers?
yeah,
Who's
so
the replicant?
you should give it a try. You should give it a try.
I'll give it a shot. I'll see what's up, man. But hey, I think I might hop off here, man. I got to get up, use the little boy's room, and
All right.
go from there. We made it a good 2.5 hours tonight, so
Yep.
not a bad deal.
No. So all right, man. I'll wrap everything else. Hey, do you need to plug anything before you go?
No, our anniversary show part 2 isn't coming up for 3 weeks, I believe. It was going to be next week, next Sunday, but I think next Sunday is Easter Sunday. So we're not doing a show for quite a few weeks.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I'm hopefully going to start recording the live stuff again soon when I get my rig going again. But that's all I got pretty much.
All right. So they'll see you again here before the next Backwoods, so you'll be able to plug it when you do have one.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. And you guys take care of yourself and have a good one. I'm out.
All right, man. See ya.
Yeah, peace.
All right. Well, Saturday will be another Grandpa's playlist. I haven't picked it yet, so I'm not going to record it till tomorrow, so the day before. I have a bunch of choices that I'm thinking about, but I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, and I don't want to. One of the albums I'm thinking of doing is an album no one should ever listen to. No one should ever play. So I'm thinking about doing that one. It'll get low ratings. No one will probably watch it, but it's just something my gut tells me, do it. Do it, because no one else ever will. So I don't know. We'll see. So, but there will be an episode Saturday. And then don't forget to check out Ken's show, Get and Live with Ace, Tuesdays. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Central, 6 Pacific. And then don't forget to visit his webpage, lividmedia.org. Check out all his, help support his filmmaking. Check him out over there. Go to his store. You can donate to help on Death Bitch 2, or you can buy some of his other movies that'll also help make the movie, or fund the movie. So make sure you check it out, lividmedia.org. Don't forget to go to grandpathenerd.com, and from there you can go to Rabbit and Red's website, where you can find out everything about Rabbit and Red, find out everything about Camp Out Nightmare, Resurrecting the Slaughter, a movie where I'm gonna make my acting debut. And you can also check out Rabbit and Red TV. So make sure you go to grandpathenerd.com and visit Rabbit and Red's website, link at the top. Then, of course, my store is there on the webpage too, where you can buy shirts and stuff with my ugly mug on them, if you so desire. No pressure. Also, check out, you can email me at grandpathenerd@protonmail.com. That's grandpathenerd@protonmail.com. And send me anything you like. Hate on me, dig me, however you decide to do it. You can send the emails there. And that's about it. I got to get back into doing some game streaming, streaming me playing games. Get back into Euro Truck Simulator and all that stuff, and play some WoW on here and other stuff. So, problem with the games is I gotta be careful, because this world is stupid and they copyright strike you for every little thing. I could probably sit here and freaking sing a song, and I would get copyrighted striked. I'm surprised I don't get copyright strikes for singing just the first bit of a song on here, but who knows? But so I gotta play them, with put it on mute, this, that, and the other. So there's that. But anyway, I need to do more on here, and more on my YouTube page. I'm obviously not going to get more subscribers and get any decent numbers if I don't do anything. But I don't. I'm not motivated a lot. I got my Floyd is Pink gets in here and talks to us, and I learn more about him, and I have a good time, and makes me want to do this more. So the more people that, we can get in here to talk to us and stuff like that, interact with us, I should say, that would drive me, motivate me to do more stuff. But it is what it is. And then don't forget Wednesdays. I don't know if I'll do one this Wednesday. If I do another Grandpa's Music Sideshow, I'll announce it on Monday or Tuesday of next week. So I don't know. So with that being said, I'm Grandpa the Nerd, and that's it for me. I'm out of here, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.